Today we're going to be talking about if you wear this, buy that, kind of just like a guided wish list video. And I already did one of these for jackets and now we're going to be doing boots. Before we get into this video, I wanted to say thank you so much to Carded for sponsoring. We'll talk about them in a little bit, but they truly are the perfect app to talk about for this kind of video. First, I have just like a few checklist things if you're looking to buy boots, especially for the winter season or if you live somewhere colder. I want any boot I get, no matter what I wear, to follow this checklist. So the first thing is if I'm getting like a leather boot, I want it to be real leather, and this can be so misleading, especially like online websites will try to charge you an arm and a leg, and then you look at what it's made out of for a leather boot and it's literally just plastic, but they call it vegan leather. And I get it if you don't want to buy leather firsthand. I don't always suggest vintage leather because they do end up like getting, what is it called? Dry rot, and literally like breaking on you. But you can find secondhand leather boots that aren't vintage and get away with that as well. But leather will just keep your foot so much warmer. I literally just filmed a freezing cold outfits video and I said that like cotton and natural fibers will keep you warmer because I swore I was always taught that, but I was quickly proven wrong that polyester blend can actually keep you a lot warmer. I'm pretty sure maybe it's cotton keeps you cooler in the summer now. I literally don't know, but I thought that was like a given thing. But I'm positive that leather will keep your foot warmer than a fake leather, and even like leather over a rubber. I know rubber will freeze your toes off. I've suffered that firsthand. Next thing you want to pay attention to is the traction. This is something that like if you really love a boot, you can end up getting it even if it has no traction, but you'll probably need to take it to a cobbler then. And I've been saying I'm taking my Moto boots to the cobbler and my Frye boots to the cobbler for the past 2 years and I haven't done it, so I'd rather just like buy a shoe that's already ready. So if the shoe has like no grip on the bottom or is like, I don't know, I guess it's like plastic is the material and it's not like a little bit more of a softer rubber, you're gonna eat SHIT in the ice. On the ice. Next thing that is a new rule for me is just half size up with winter boots. I'd rather wear a thicker sock with them anyways, and if your feet are like tight in a shoe, they'll get colder because they don't get that circulation that they need. Another big mistake, I always thought my feet were so big. Who cares, first of all, but they're literally not even big. So I used to try and like squeeze my feet into smaller shoe sizes because I didn't like how they looked in bigger shoes. Literally so stupid. It would make my toes like go numb and so cold. And then the last thing is if the boot has any bit of a heel, be aware if it's gonna make like a click-clack noise. This is such like a personal thing, but something I've realized of why I don't wear my Frye boots or my Moto boots is because they're so freakishly loud when I wear them on like tile and even like cement and stuff like that. I don't want people hearing me coming from a mile away, so I just want all my shoes to be like rubber bottom. So now I'm gonna get into the specific boots. Now I'm gonna talk about the specific boots for if you wear this, buy that. I know purchasing a new pair of boots can be expensive and stressful and just like nerve-wracking because it's a big purchase most of the time. So I always want to save all my options and keep them safe and know when they're gonna go on sale, if they're gonna go on sale, when they're back in stock, if they're sold out, whatever. And the perfect app to keep that all in one place is Carded. So thank you so much to Carded for sponsoring this video. The first thing that happened when I downloaded Carded was I got to close all my Safari tabs. All of my saves and bookmarks just immediately go to Carded. I'm going to make a list on my Carded profile and link all the boots that I talk about in this video. Something I love about Carded is that you can also add secondhand stores to your kind of wish lists. So like the RealReal, Depop, Poshmark, you'll get notifications for the items you saved about when they're back in stock, if they go on sale, or any updates on them, and make your wish lists. You guys can use the link in the description box to download Carded. I'll also have the link in the description box to my Carded wish list and the Carded wish list for all these boots. Thank you again to Carded for sponsoring this video. Let's get into the rest of it. Okay, first thing I wanted to start off with that I know so many people wear all the time are leggings and what boots you should wear if you wear leggings all the time. I think the best boot with a legging is an UGG. I think just playing into the like comfy athleisure of a legging is the best way to style them. Whenever I wear leggings, which is seriously one in a million. I am a jogger girl through and through. I'm never styling them. I'm just like wearing them to run out of the house or because none of my other pants are clean. I'd literally rather wear my jeans than a pair of leggings. I don't know if I'm allergic to leggings or what, but they always just don't, they itch my butt. Okay, TMI. I think an Ugg boot with a legging can be really cute. I think you can have the ultra mini Uggs, even like a slipper type Ugg or a higher pair, and they all just work with the legging style boot. A moon boot can work with a legging, but I seriously only think you should wear moon boots if it's like actually snowy outside. But I also think what can look good with a legging is like a Blundstone boot, which is a little less chunky than an Ugg boot. I don't know, not as basic. It's basic in a different way. I think if you're wearing a legging, just stay away from like trying to mix the athleisure-ness of a legging with like a leather boot. It just never looks right. You have to go full cozy. And the like little bit of girth of a Ugg boot and a Blundstone just helps the legging and balance it out a little bit. But then like too girthy, like a platform Ugg, it looked like chicken legs. I don't know. It's a very fine line. Okay, next thing, joggers and cargos. Another bit more of a comfy base. I think Uggs work again with joggers and cargos really well. And when I say cargos, I even mean the ones that like cinch at the bottom. But I don't think you can wear like a tall Ugg with these because then it just gets a little bit too material that's displaced and doesn't have anywhere to go. I would say wear a shorter Ugg or even like a slipper type boot, and that just like is a lot more seamless. Again, just like don't try wearing your like leather shoes with these like cozy materials. It will never work right. Something I've been wearing with my joggers 24/7 are these little North Face slippers that I keep talking about. They're not a boot, but they're waterproof. You obviously can't step in like high snow with them, but for everyday life, they're so good. My boyfriend Brandon has a pair. I almost got like everybody in my family a pair for Christmas, but then they told me what they wanted. I am so obsessed with these North Face little slippers. I talk about them all the time. Okay, getting into more like let's get dressed. If you wear relaxed jeans all the time and you don't want to tuck them into a boot, I think an ankle or calf boot that is more narrow is the perfect shoe. When I'm even thinking of relaxed jean, it's like not wide leg. It's just basically a straight leg, not tight to your leg style jean. And I think just the silhouette of it looks a lot better with a more narrow shoe. You can obviously have a heel or something like that. But sometimes, again, this like really girthy shoe with the pants just look a little bit like lopsided or uneven. Next, if you wear skinny jeans all the time, I think the type of boot you should wear is a knee-high narrow boot. We don't want to add girth to these types of pants, in my opinion. It just feels very outdated. And when I'm saying these, obviously you can wear a chunky boot with a skinny jean. I just think for this time and season, this is the best boot that looks best with these pants or bottoms, whatever. It's not saying that you can't own the other ones either, because maybe you do have like a chunkier boot in your closet. It's just like, okay, pair this one with that. I think knee-high is the best for skinny jeans because you're not going to be able to tuck any boot into a jean. And if you're ever wearing an ankle boot, you never really want to show that it's a shorter ankle boot, in my opinion, in 2025. So you definitely want to get something that can be on the outside of your skinny jean, like a knee-high boot. These will also just keep you warmer. It adds so much to an outfit, and truly, I can't imagine skinny jeans with anything other than a knee-high boot. I personally don't love the skinny jean, but that's how I'd wear it. You wear wide leg jeans all the time, any height boot, but they have to have girth. Immediately, my brain goes to like the Jadon Doc Martens. We want a chunky platform, a big shoe that is going to be able to like hold its own with a big wide leg jean. I think if you try to wear like a little narrow boot with a wide leg jean, it just looks weird. Not even weird, it just like doesn't look as good and is proportionally correct. I know you can wear like little dainty heels with a wide leg jean. Even if like you see the pointed toe of it, that's something that is like a bit more, in my opinion. I'm imagining like a round toe, narrow knee-high boot under a big chunky jean, and it just doesn't look as good. To me, like the pointed toe would add something, a square long elongated toe would add something, but for everyday wear, I think, yeah, just like a bit more of a platformy chunky, like combat moto boot type of thing is like golden. I even consider like the classic moto boot that's going very viral to be a chunkier boot. It doesn't necessarily have to be like the Jaden platform. To me, like a moto boot has a bit of a girth to it. Okay, next thing, if you wear skirts at any length, you need to have a knee-high leather boot. My favorite type of way to wear skirts and boots together is when like the top of your boot kisses the bottom of your skirt or the skirt fully overlaps. I know if you wear like a mini skirt, just make sure you've got tights on all the time. Just look weather appropriate, and that's the way to wear a skirt in the winter time. I think they can have any sort of like profile, like a higher profile shoe or a bit more of a narrow boot would all work with a skirt. It's just like kind of based on your style. Okay, last thing, wide leg trousers kind of goes into the same as the wide leg jeans, but you just need a shoe with a little bit of a higher profile. I keep saying girth, and like that is such an ugly word to me, so let's say profile. Again, a Jaden, a moto boot, just something that's not going to get like sucked in to your pants. So if you guys want to shop any of these boots and like, you know, vary whatever's on screen, the exact examples that I'm giving, you can check out my carded wish list. And thank you again to Carted for sponsoring this video. I want to do more thrifting videos as soon as I get better and can go outside. That's it for this video. I love you guys the absolute most, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye.